And Jeffries as Marion Kirby, the ghostess with the mostest. Robert Sterling as George Kirby, that most sportive spirit. And Leo G. Carroll, host to said ghosts, as Topper.
Paper, mister?
I have a paper.
This is a night edition.
Yeah, so is this.
This is tomorrow night.
Well, I thought I knew most of the businessmen on the block. Did you move in recently?
Oh, I don't live here. I live near the railroad tracks.
Oh, is your father connected with the railroad?
No, sir. He isn't connected to anything. They wanted him to work at the brickyard, but Mom and I can't find him.
Oh, dear.
Well, if you don't want a paper, I just gotta sell the rest of these. Because Mom's waiting and I gotta get something to eat for Bobby.
Bobby? Who's Bobby?
He's my brother. He's only 9 months old. Otherwise, he'd be working too. Well, so long, mister.
Just a moment. How much do you want for the lot?
I don't want no charity, sir. I just want to sell the paper.
How about $1 for this one? In fact, it's worth more than $1 for such a late edition. It's worth $2.
I haven't got change for $1.
Well, when your father decides to take some gainful employment, bring me the change.
$5? But I don't know where you live.
101 down the block. The name's Topper.
Mr. Topper, I never met anyone like you. Mom and Bobby, they'll never forget you.
Don't give it another thought, son.
Jimmy? Jimmy, where are you? Oh, Timothy, you're a sight. What have you been doing?
I've been hiding, Mommy.
Oh? Hiding from what? And who's that gentleman you were talking to?
He wasn't no gentleman, and he was trying to kidnap me.
Well, take off those filthy clothes and go in and get your bath.
He only let me go because he saw you coming, and he knows you and Daddy are rich and that I'm your only son, and you love me so much, and...
Timothy, you simply must stop making up these preposterous stories.
Why?
Because it's a nasty habit. Thank heaven you're leaving for boarding school tomorrow, and Mr. Grimstone has special orders to take you in hand.
I don't want to go to boarding school, and I hate Mr. Grimstone. He hits me with a cleaver.
Come into the house, Timmy.
Don't do that. George, Marion.
I tell you, it starts at 8 o'clock.
You're wrong, as usual. It's 8:30. Hey, well, what is all this? What are you all dressed up for?
Oh, we're going to the opera. The season opens tonight.
Hansel and Gretel. That's Humperdinck. This? Is he going too?
Why, naturally. Neil is a very cultured dog. He loves the opera, especially that new tenor, Gino Martini.
George, you were right. It does start at 8:30.
Well, what's so awful about that?
But it starts at 8:30 next week. Look, it says right here, opening next week.
It isn't possible. I know it starts tonight. Hey, Topper, where did you get this paper?
I bought it from a boy down the block. A bargain, too.
Fine bargain. This is last week's paper.
Well, this is a new racket. How much did it cost you, Topper, darling?
$5. Didn't have any change.
$5? Say, Topper, old boy, I couldn't interest you in investing $5,000 or $10,000 in the Hope Diamond, could I?
Oh, be quiet.
Say, how old was this con man?
I don't know, 8, 9. Hard to tell his age.
I suppose he told you he had an old mother and a drunken father whom he was supporting.
No. Well, not exactly. What's more, I believe him. As a matter of fact, I'm glad I gave him the money. I wouldn't be surprised if he came back and brought me my change.
Oh, Topper, darling, really?
I wouldn't hold my breath if I were you. Come, Mary, in time for the opera.
Come, Neil. Time for martini.
Mommy, I wish you wouldn't take me to the bus stop. It's only 2 blocks.
But I want to, dear. After all, I won't see you again until Christmas vacation.
Well, I wish you wouldn't.
But why, Timmy?
Well, this year none of the other fellows' mothers come to see him off. Well, so it makes me look like a sissy. You wouldn't want me to look like that, would you?
Oh, no, dear. But, Timmy, are you sure about the other mothers?
Sure, I'm sure. Butch Durgan made the rule. He's the captain of the basketball team and the football team, too.
Well, all right, dear. But I want to give you your present now. There's $10 spending money in that clip.
Gee, that's a king clip. And it's got my initials on it, too.
Well, goodbye, dear, and try to be a good boy, and don't tell any more stories, and don't take things that don't belong to you, and be sure to write. Goodbye, dear.
Bye, Mom. Bye. Hello, Mr. Topper. Remember me?
I do indeed. The newspaper vendor,
I came to bring you your change.
Oh, well, there was no need for that. Well, what do you know?
How wrong can you be?
But I promised I'd bring it to you.
Oh, Henrietta, dear, this is the young man I told you about. The one who was supporting his family.
What's your name?
You needn't be shy in front of us, my boy.
Timmy Welch, ma'am.
Well, I'm sure Timmy would like to have some breakfast with us, wouldn't you, Tim?
By all means. Can't take no for an answer.
Gee, thanks. I haven't had breakfast in a long, long time.
What are you waiting for, Cosmo? Why don't you take Tim to the table while I order his breakfast? George, I'm a heel.
Marion, I'm a heel. Oh, you just feel bad because you're hungover.
Then what happened?
When I got home, there was a smoke. It was from Mom. It said that she'd gone off to look for Daddy. When she found him, she'd bring him home. That I should stay home until she got back.
A child his age alone in the house. Disgraceful.
What about Bobby?
Bobby? Oh, he's gone too. Mommy would never leave him alone. You see, she likes him better than she likes me.
Poor baby.
What a life.
I'd like to give that mother of yours a piece of my mind. In the meantime, give Tim another piece of ham.
Oh, I couldn't eat anymore. You've been awful nice to me. I guess I better be going now.
Oh, but wait a moment, Tim. You can't go back to an empty house.
But I've got no other place to go, and I'm sure Mommy and Daddy will be back by Christmas.
Keep him here, Topper. Keep him here.
Yeah. I'm afraid this is a matter for the police.
Police? Oh, no, you mustn't.
Cosmo, now you
can't.
frightened the child. There.
You needn't be scared, Tim. I merely suggested going to the police as a means of locating your parents.
But, Mr. Topper, I can't go to the police.
Of course he can't. Why can't he?
He stuck up a bank. How should I know?
Why can't you go to the police?
Well, Daddy, he just told me that's what he'd do. And Daddy's always in trouble with the police. And if they found him, it'd be even more trouble.
Cosmo, you don't suppose.
Well, I think perhaps he could stay here for a day or so until we decide what to do in the matter.
Oh, Mr. Topper, I never met anyone like you. Never.
Yes, quite so, Henrietta. I think he could do with a bath.
Katie, bring him upstairs.
Just a moment.
Yes, dear.
Never mind. I want a word with you two.
Now, Topper, dear, I have to go help bathe Tim.
Manly little chap. Reminds me of me when I was his age.
You're not to pester the child.
Oh, Topper, don't be ridiculous.
Why should we pester him?
Well, children like that are most impressionable to impressions. You might frighten him badly. Leave a mark on him.
I never heard of such nonsense.
Look, Topper, we're ghosts, not werewolves.
Nevertheless, I want you to keep away from him. Good heavens, I'll miss my train.
Well, I hope the train doesn't miss you. Where does he get off setting himself up as an expert on children? He never had any kids.
Neither did we, dear.
Oh, we're dead. What's his excuse?
I knew I heard a door open. George, he isn't here. Where could he be?
It can't be far. His clothes are still here. Hey, look at this.
Well, where did that come from?
It fell out of Tim's clothes. Hardly the kind of a thing for a poor kid to be carrying around with him. Got $10 in it, too.
George, you don't suppose he stole it?
Hey, look, there's an initial. T.W. Timmy Welsh, that's his name.
I don't understand this. Shh. Who's that talking?
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Well, I just wanted to tell you that Timothy Williams won't be coming to school. He's awful sick. What's he got?
Who's sick, and what's he talking like that for?
Maybe his voice is changing.
Oh, he's got all sorts of things. Enough things to keep him home for a pretty long time. Who's this calling? This is my mother. I mean his mother. Well, I hear him calling me now. I have to go. Bye.
I'll lay you 8 to 5. Little Lord Fauntleroy's a burglar. Topper, knock it off, will you? You shouldn't do that.
Shouldn't do what?
Sing before breakfast. As a matter of fact, in your case, you shouldn't sing before or after any meal.
If you don't like my singing, go away.
I can't. I have to talk to you about Tim.
What about him?
Supposing I were to tell you that your poor little paper boy was carrying around a solid gold money clip with $10 in it.
I wouldn't believe it.
No? Okay, what about this? Suppose I were to tell you that last night your little angel snuck out of bed, went downstairs, made a mysterious phone call in which he pretended to be his own mother.
Now I know you're lying.
Why should I lie?
Because you're a child. And another child has been brought into the house and you don't like it.
Suppose I could show you that clip with Tim's initials on it. Would you believe me then?
I don't believe you can show it to me. In any case, the question is purely academic.
Oh, Topper, don't be so stubborn.
How dare you, you peeping Tom.
We've got to find that clip, otherwise Topper will never believe us.
Well, I looked in Tim's clothes when he was in the bath. It wasn't there, so it must be here someplace.
My goodness, there's one thing I can't stand, it's a crooked picture.
I can't stand crooked kids.
George, look.
The clip.
Let's find Topper.
Okay. I'll leave the brat his money. Hello. The clip had company.
Oh. So that's it. Look. Henrietta and I have been looking all over the place for those.
Yes, Topper, we just found them.
Yes, I know where you found them.
Right here in this room.
Yes. Too bad I came in so soon. Would have been much more convincing if you could have led me to the hiding place.
Topper, I don't get it.
Oh, neither do I.
You don't, eh? Well, it's perfectly clear to me. You plant some missing articles in the boy's room. Then Henrietta and I, with a few hints from you, discover where they are. The boy is thrown out by us as a cheap little thief, and you two live happily ever after. Yes, very neat. Very neat.
You're kidding.
Topper. George, show him the clip.
Oh, don't bother. If you were to produce a clip, and a recording of the telephone call, and a signed copy of the boy's confession, or any other odd bits of evidence, I still wouldn't believe you. Now, may I please have my watch and Henrietta's brooch?
Come on, Marion, let's get out of here.
Well, I never. No wonder my voice sounded strange. It was someone else, someone pretending to... Oh, I just happened to think of something. Day before yesterday, there was a strange man talking to Timmy. He said he frightened him. Oh, if I'd only believed him. Well, you'd better let me call the police right away. Come on, Neil.
Come on, fella, we're leaving.
Neil, come on.
Come on, we're getting out of here.
Well, I guess he's made his choice.
You still have me, honey.
Oh, morning, Jim. Have a good sleep?
Yes, Mr. Topper. I never slept alone in a bed before.
Well, I'm afraid I haven't much time for breakfast. Got to get down to the bank.
Cosmo, guess what happened?
I can't imagine, my dear.
I found my brooch. It was caught in the lace lining of my dressing table. Good morning, Jimmy.
Morning.
It is pretty, isn't it? Oh, I'm so glad I found it. Wasn't it smart of me, dear, to think of looking in the lining?
Oh, brilliant, my dear, brilliant. I should never have thought of it.
Goodbye, dear.
Bye-bye. Tim, what are you hiding from?
I was just playing.
Oh,
I never had time to play before.
well, you go right ahead.
Where is he?
Don't let her hit me.
Why should Katie hit you?
I should, but I didn't.
What on earth is going on?
She called me a liar and then she hit me.
Why, of all the little liars.
You see, she did it again.
I found him going through my bag in the kitchen.
Tim, is this true?
Of course not. I found the bag on the floor and it was open. I was just picking it up for her.
Katie, circumstantial evidence can be a very dangerous thing. Mrs. Topper and I were almost trapped by it this morning. We distrusted somebody and then discovered we were wrong.
Well, if it was him, you were right.
You see how she hates me?
Katie, that's not fair.
Well, I'll give you something fair. Either he goes, or I do.
Cosmo.
I never should have come back with the change.
Keep quiet. I'll have a talk with Katie as soon as I phone the bank. With my luck, if I go down there today, they'll be robbed.
May I get you anything?
No. No, thank you, dear. You don't suppose there'd be any use in my talking to Katie, do you?
I don't know. She said she didn't want to speak to either of us.
May I tell you a story?
No. No, thank you.
Well, I guess I'll be saying goodbye.
Oh, Katie.
Don't do that. It won't soften me any.
Katie, will you stay if I cry too?
Oh, I don't want to go, only...
I guess you changed your mind. I guess you'd rather have Katie than me.
Well, now look here.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll just go back to the house and wait for Mommy and Daddy.
Oh, stop saying that. I'm sick of it.
You hate me. You all hate me.
I'm sure this is it. I gave it to him just before he left for school.
Jim, come back here. Come here, Jim.
Help! Help!
It's Timmy, my boy.
Help! Help!
Cosmo, what are you doing to the child?
I know what I'd like to do with him. Open in the name of the law.
Dear.
Oh, Mom, dear, you're just in time.
Cosmo, is that his mother?
What's going on here?
That's him. He grabbed me on the way to the bus stop. He took me to his house and he wouldn't let me go.
Oh, how could you?
My dear madam, do I look like a kidnapper?
Yes. He's the one I was telling you about. The one that was talking to Timmy the day before he left for school. The one that he frightened him so.
I never heard such nonsense. Cosmo could never frighten anybody.
You better come on down to the station.
They're all in it together. They're a gang.
Well, at least we found your clip.
Clip? Clip? Where did you find a clip?
Out on your front lawn. It just suddenly seemed to appear there when we were coming back from the station. That's what he accused me of stealing, our clip.
You can do your talking at the station. Come on.
Just a moment, officer. I want to ask our young friend one question.
Don't let him. He's got a gun.
Who were you telephoning to last night when you were pretending to be your mother?
I wasn't phoning anyone. You better take him quick.
Now, just a minute. The school did get a phone call last night. They said the voice sounded strange.
I didn't call anyone. I never did.
Timmy, are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure. May I drop dead if I...
Just hold him long enough to get him scared.
Good and scared.
Oh! Timmy, speak to me.
Let me go. I'll tell the truth. Let me go. Oh, Mom. He didn't really kidnap me. I didn't want to go to school, so I told him the story, and he let me stay here.
Can you ever forgive me?
Darling, anybody could have made the same mistake. Of course I forgive you.
All right, I know you're here. Why don't you materialize? I want to tell you how sorry I am. Sean, Marion, let's bury the hatchet.
Ugh. I'd bury him, Hatchet.
Well, where's mine?
Give him pale-face hatchet.
Ugh.
We have him powwow,
Powwow, not bow wow.
Well, Cosmo, what are you going to do with that hatchet?
Just going to have a scalp treatment.
A John W. Lupton, Bernard L. Schubert production. Produced by John W. Lupton. Starring Ann Jeffries, Robert Sterling, and Leo G. Carroll.